Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session that uses certain NLP principles of sub-modality changes to drain the intensity of emotions from memories. And the reason that that's important is that for certain things, and that might be a traumatic time or it might be a stressful time, when you think back to the memories, you may take a first-person position in that memory, so like you're back in your own body, and re-experience an echo of some of the emotions that you felt at the time. You know, that's very similar to some of the symptoms of PTSD, for example. And that isn't necessarily useful. So what you're going to hear in this session is a way of thinking about memories to drain all the emotion away by using some sub-modality shifts. And one of them is perspective, so going from a first person to a third person perspective. Another is to drain the color out using distance. In this particular case, the client had very intense emotions connected to a previous relationship, and they didn't want to kind of feel that way. And what tends to happen when you're over someone, you can think about the memories of the past, but not have any kind of real emotions connected to them. You know, it happened, it just doesn't affect you. And for some people, that will happen over a long period of time. They say time heals all wounds. But there is a way of using these kind of techniques to do it that doesn't take so long. So you could kind of be over someone in days rather than kind of weeks or months. And it's an element of using futuristic technology to experience memories in a way that you can interact with them and then manipulate them. So if you are interested in kind of technology and you like VR headsets and kind of touch screen technology, you'll probably resonate with this kind of metaphor quite well. It doesn't have to be a previous relationship. It could be a previous job that you still think about, or it might be a time in your life or friendships that kind of bothered you. So that's the ideal way to get the most out of this session, is to be specific of memories in the past or a theme in the past that you still is unnecessarily too emotive for you. And then you can drain the emotion away, but still have all of the wisdom and all of the lessons from that part of your life so that you are wiser and more well equipped to navigate your future better from having that experiences. Then you can be grateful for the experiences, but no longer emotionally attached. If you feel that hypnosis could work well for you in your own personal circumstances and situation, there will be a link in the show notes where you can schedule a free consultation call to explore working with me. What you might find, though, is that this session, albeit that it was created for someone else, may be helpful. So find a quiet, comfortable place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. And as you breathe in a calm, slow, relaxing breath. And as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to fully relax, releasing any tension and enabling you to feel that you're able to let go. To let go of any tension, to let go of any intrusive thoughts, to let go of any echoes of old emotions. Breathing in that resourceful feeling, allowing stress, tension, or anxiety to melt away, and to feel that what no longer serves you is leaving you, and what you truly need right now is being absorbed. Confidence, worthiness, a feeling of being valued and valuable. Feel that what you need is being breathed in, and any doubts, insecurities, feel that that's leaving your body. So as you breathe in and breathe out, notice more and more relaxation there in your face, forehead, around your eyebrows, releasing tension. An increasing feeling of relaxation in your neck and your shoulders. Feel a frequency of tranquility and start to breathe in at that same rate, releasing tension and feeling an increasing feeling of calmness. I want you to use the power of your imagination to imagine a futuristic room within your own mind. I want you to imagine that this room has a giant screen that is touchscreen. And I want you to imagine that you can interact with this futuristic screen. That you have the ability to transfer thoughts from your mind to the screen and vice versa. So imagine standing in this futuristic room, seeing this large panel of glass that has the ability to contain images and movies, but also holograms of three-dimensional experiences. As you breathe in and breathe out, I want you to imagine uploading every relationship memory from a specific relationship. And just feel like data being transferred from a USB drive to a computer. It's just happening telepathically in seconds. Every memory is now on this giant screen. And it can be organized in any way that you need. By date, in chronological order. By location, even by emotion. You can see just a single image representing a memory, or have a giant screen filled with smaller images that enable you to pick and choose which memory to become large on this screen. Imagine viewing it in chronological order and perhaps seeing the very first memory of how you met, or of how you first become aware of them. I want you to imagine making that image fill the whole screen. And I wonder if it's a first-person perspective. And as you look at the image, imagine that this computer, this futuristic software, has the ability to do whatever is necessary to dilute emotional intensity and give you the perfect perspective to extract wisdom. So don't be surprised if these memories swiftly shift from a first-person perspective to a third-person perspective. Don't be surprised if these bright, close images become black and white and further away. Don't be surprised if movies that are three-dimensional in bright color become static, still images, black and white and far away. Focus on that first ever interaction and just allow the computer to dilute the emotion, change the perspective, and allow yourself, knowing what you now know, to take a new meaning from that very first interaction. Maybe what you saw in that moment wasn't a signal that someone should be pursued, but a signpost that they're not the right person and to move on. Or maybe there's a different lesson entirely. Just allow your mind to take that lesson, that insight, and then imagine scrolling through all these different memories, perhaps to the most intense emotions. As these intense emotions become large, notice how quickly the software adapts. Movies become still images, color becomes black and white, first person becomes third person, giving you the perfect perspective to extract all of the wisdom. These intense emotional memories could be positive or negative, times of happiness or times of sadness. But either way, the artificial intelligence in this technology dilutes the emotion, giving you objectivity, a unique perspective to become wiser, to create new ways of thinking about things, to protect your emotions in the present, to enable you to know what happened without being emotionally affected by what happened. Allow your mind to start spotting patterns. What qualities were you attracted to that you would still want to be attracted to? What are the red flags, the no-go areas that were painful when you experienced them, but now, in the future, can become stop losses to avoid a bad situation becoming worse? What are the kind of things, knowing what you now know, that can give you an insight to break, perhaps even generational traumas? They say hurt people hurt people. But what if healed people heal people? What if you can extract all of the lessons to enable a much higher probability of future happiness? Allow yourself to interact with all of these memories. Allow your mind to take you to whichever memories are the most important. You can zoom in and zoom out. You can change perspective. You can see a memory from their perspective, from the perspective of a fly on a wall, a hidden camera in the ceiling, or from someone a mile away looking at things through a telescope. Feel the emotional intensity of these memories gently fading, while retaining the clarity of the lessons learned. Every time you're in a third-person perspective, notice how much more wisdom and insights you can extract. They say there is treasure in the trauma. So treat each memory as an opportunity to look for the valuable lesson, contributing to your ongoing personal growth. Feel a relief as you experience that sense of detachment that allows you to reflect on the past with wisdom and composure. Feel a sense of gratitude for the good memories, but think of them in the past tense. These are not happening, they happened. But also, compare those with the painful memories. There are no rose-tinted glasses in these memories. You can be objective. There were good things and bad things, positive emotions and sad emotions, and you can extract all of the value from all of them. Recognize the strength you've gained from these experiences. You are wiser and more resilient than ever before. Allow yourself to transform your perception of the past, focusing on growth and positive change. And notice it becomes easier and easier to think of these memories as if they were memories that happened 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or even longer. You can intellectually know they happened sooner, but feel like they happened a long time ago. Feel empowered by the knowledge gained from your past. No need for bitterness or resentment or sadness. Just harnessing it for a better tomorrow, embracing a future of possibilities. You can think of these memories as just a previous chapter in a book. It may influence future chapters, but there's no need to reread a chapter you've already passed. Feel good that you can retain the memories, but release the emotional weight, moving forward with lightness and purpose. It doesn't have to be intense emotions when you look at these memories, and it gets easier and easier each time, because you can approach your past with a sense of curiosity and intrigue, like a private detective looking for clues in your own past, uncovering valuable insights for the next stage of your personal journey. Feel a sense of liberation as you view your past relationships from a wiser perspective. But before you leave this futuristic room, allow this high-tech computer to extrapolate all of the wisdom, all of the insights, all of the things you find attractive and desire in a relationship, and all the things that are no longer acceptable, and allow it to project a fulfilling, happy, desirable relationship for you in the future. See yourself able to enjoy time without arguments. Even disagreements become constructive. See a version of you where you're willing to work on yourself, but so is that other person. See future happy memories that aren't based on transactions, but are based on mutual love and appreciation. As you get a sense of this desirable future, you realize sometimes you need to make a wrong turn in order to find a new route to a positive destination. You didn't waste your time. You didn't lose anything. What happened needed to happen in order for a new doorway of possibility to be opened. You can get a glimpse of that new possibility, knowing that it will evolve over time. But as one door closes, sure enough, another one always opens. Breathe in and breathe out. It's time to leave that futuristic room. But allow the computer to automatically update these memories, to continue to change perspective, reduce the emotional intensity, to make it easy for when you to think of those memories, you glean the wisdom in the insight, and not relive past traumas, and not become attached to a reality that never was. Breathing in and breathing out, returning to the present as you take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, connect fully in the present moment. As I count from 1 to 10 to awaken you, you will awaken feeling resourceful, optimistic, wiser than you have before, with a clear idea as to what the future looks like for you. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.